and this video I'm going to show you how to apply the kinesiology tape I'm going to show it for the forearm, but you can use this technique on any part of the body. Now there's different types of kinesiology you can tape that you can get. I've got rock tape, but there's any sort of brands like Tiger tape and things like this, so it doesn't matter what tape you're using. And you'll find that you get two lots. You can either get some of the 5cm tape, like so, or you can get some that is of the 10cm, like so, and they come in a variety of colours. It doesn't matter really, it kind of depends on what area you're looking to tape and how you're looking to tape. So in this video, I'm going to show you a few types of taping depending on what you want to achieve. So starting off with the taping that I use in clinic most often, which is your symptom release type taping. And all you're going to do is you'll get the tape on a roll like so, and you'll end up you'll want to measure the area that you're about to tape. So I'm going to use the narrower tape for this one because it's a smaller, narrower area that I'm using. And I'm going to measure down and tape on my forearm. So I'm going to start over the area that I wanted to tape. So I'm coming just above, and I'm coming all the way down, and I want to come down past the wrist down to where my back of my hand is. So I need to cut the tape about here. So you'll need a sharp pair of scissors, cutting in a line like so. And then what you're best off doing is if you fold the tape and round off the edges using the scissors, so you can cut just around the edges. The purpose of doing that is just to stop the tape catching when you have it stuck on you, so it helps like prolong the life of the tape on your skin. And then you'll notice there's this backing paper on the tape, and about an inch from the end you're going to rip that paper, popping it off, taking care not to touch the sticky side too much, and then we're going to stick that onto the area that you wish to be taped. Press down firmly, make sure that's stuck well, and then what you're going to do is gently peel back on this tape or this backing paper and guide the tape down over the area. Because I'm taping my forearm and we're doing the symptom relief, we want to apply a little bit of a stretch to the tissue to kind of help with the sensations that the taping is going to help either relieve or help desensitize, or just act as a sort of cue and a reminder of how you want to be moving the body. So we're holding that backing paper. We're going to gently pull and guide that tape down over the area that you wish to be taped, like so. If you find you've cut too much, like I have, then you can grab the scissors and again just cut about an inch from the end. So cut it down to the size that you need. Again, taking care to try and round the area off so that it helps stick, like so. There we go. And then once you're about an inch from the end, we're going to take that backing paper all the way off and stick it down over the hand like we did up top. And we're just going to give that a good rub so the tape sticks to the arm. And if we bring it close, then you should be able to sort of see how that's stuck onto my arm, like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a sort of compression strip. So this helps with that sort of like lifting effect on the tissue to help sort of create either a little bit of a stretch in the sort of superficial tissue and predominantly more for a sensory sort of cue, either again as a way of relieving or as that sort of reassurance that something's there and it's okay, creates a bit of heat on the superficial tissue. And again, that acts as the cue to sort of how you do movements. We're going to measure over where the area that you wish to create this lift. Again, cutting the tape down, like so. We're going to round off those edges. And then this time, in the middle of the tape, you're going to rip just like you would have had before, but this time we're going to peel it back like you would a plaster. And we're going to apply a bit of stretch to the tape by sticking it down on the skin on one side, pulling it over the area so that you've got a bit of that stretch, more of the stretch in the tape. And then we're going to pull about an inch away from the end to stick that down. And then the same on the other side, and stick that down so it's stuck to the skin, giving it a good rub. And there's your symptom release taping. If I come up close, you can sort of see what I've done, like so. The other forms of taping that you can do is ones that are more for sort of cuing movements. So for example, if you're doing a squat and your knees often drop in, so come into that valgus type movement, what you can do is use the tape. I'm going to show you with my longer tape, with the black tape, is you can stick from the foot under the sort of the surface of the foot, or anywhere in the chain that you would require, and you essentially wrap round. So if you're coming from the foot, you just stick from the underside of the foot, wrapping over. You'll come round the back of the leg, so we've got that wrap to help pull the foot into the more neutral position to stop that rolling onto the big toe. You'll then wrap around the knee. You don't want to come too much over the joint because you won't want to limit movement. So I would come sort of under the kneecap to sort of run that sort of line to the outer knee. And you'll want to put some degree of tension through the tape, but not loads, so similar to what we did on the forearm. This will help cue that pulling of the knee out, and then you can keep wrapping. So you can, once you've come over that knee, coming under that our upper leg, so under the across the hamstring, and then back up over to around the sort of lateral hip, around that glute area, so you create a spiral up the leg. The other form of taping that you can do is known as your Oedema release taping, which is useful for if you have any bruising or swelling, because again, that sort of lifting effect, that decompression effect of the tape can help with sort of reducing swelling and increasing the blood flow. So you'd measure the area that you'd want to do, and then again, just cutting this tape. Like so. You'll want to round off the edges. Like so. And then what you're going to do is cut little tentacles at the other end. So you're only about 1 centimetre or so, half a centimetre thick, and you'll cut like this, creating yourself like a little octopus. Like that. They don't need to be identical, just roughly the same size, and then each of those you'll want to round off like so, and you'd go through each one, rounding them all off. For time purposes I won't. So once you've done this, then what you want to do over the area that you wish to tape, again on the back you'll rip about 1 inch from the end on the sort of body of the octopus, if we're calling it an octopus. Ripping that, taking that, you'll want to stick that down over the area that you wish to be taped, like so. And then what you'll do is you'll spread those little legs, those tentacles out over the area that's been affected, using the backing paper, taking that backing paper off, using the hand to guide that down over the area as you go. You don't need a lot of stretch on this one, so don't worry about applying it. The tape is under some stretch when it's on the backing paper, so that will be enough plenty for this. And you're just guiding them down over the area. You can crisscross them if you liked, but you'll just want to make sure that each of the ends of the tape are stuck to the skin, like so. And then giving that a good rub down. Generally speaking, you'll want the body in the direction that the blood flow is to return to the heart. So for the arms, like I've done so, legs that way around. It just helps with the idea of that sort of lifting effect to help guide and drain any swelling in that superficial tissue. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful. Any questions you have regarding sort of taping, feel free to pop them in the comments or drop us a message. Or if you do find you are needing sort of that additional support, you can always pop in to come and see us for an appointment.